Yes, this homework I got.
Ma'am, I also got 4.
Okay, you also got answer 4. Okay. Okay, let's solve this quickly. Okay. In how many years will rupees 6,250 amount to rupees 8,250 at the rate of 8% per annum by simple interest? You already know formula for simple interest. And what do they say? In how many years will rupees 6,250? Here, what is 6,250? It is principal. Amount is always greater than principal, right? Because amount means principal plus interest. So there is something extra that we are adding to the principal. That's why amount is always bigger than principal. So here 8,250 is amount. Can we get interest from this? Yes, of course we can, because we know principal plus interest is amount. So we have to subtract principal from amount to get interest. We know A is equal to P plus I. Therefore, 8,250 equal to 6,250 plus I, which means we will have to add something to 6,250. How much do we need to add to this? It is 8,250 minus 6,250. That is 2,000.
2,000.
Interest we have got is 2,000 rupees. Okay. We already know formula for interest also. Simple interest. What is formula for simple interest? Yes, Soham, what is
Into
formula? Yeah.
P
Yes.
in
P into N into R upon 100. Right? Do we know
Yes.
principal? Yes, we do. 6,250. Then N, we have to find out N number of years. And what is rate? It is 8% per annum. 8 divided by 100. And this is equal to 2,000 rupees. Right? Now, let's do the calculation. This, can I say this 6,250 multiplied by 8 multiplied by N is equal to 2,000 into 100? Yes. Why? Because this whole thing divided by 100 is 2,000. So I'll multiply 100. I'll move it towards right side. This is called transposition. Okay. Those who do not know this method, this is called as transposition. When you solve equations to find unknown value, that is N. Okay. To find unknown value, we move all the numbers towards one side and all variables, that is N. Okay. On one side. We want value of variable N. And that's why we are moving this 100 to the right side. Now on the left side, if we are dividing by 100, on the right side, we have to multiply by 100. Okay, this is called as transposition. We are transposing 100 on the right hand side. Okay, and when we transpose 100 on right hand side, we have to do exact opposite operation of what we are doing on the left side. Okay, so we are here multiplying by 100. Now we can say N equal to this 2,000 into 100 will be 5 zeros. That is how much? 2 lakhs upon 6250 multiplied by 8. Here again, I am transposing this part on right hand side. Okay, you can do it other way also. You can actually multiply these two. 6250 multiplied by 8. You can do this, which will be how much? 8 lakhs. I'm sorry.
I did
50,000.
like that. 500 divided by 100, it will become 500.
This one will be 50,000. Okay, this multiplication will be 50,000. Okay, so this is 50,000 multiplied by N equal to, forget this. Okay, equal to 2 lakhs. This multiplication is 50,000. You can check it. Okay, therefore N will be equal to 2 lakhs divided by 50,000. So you can cut the zero. Remember, when you cut zeros, you have to cut 1 0 from numerator and 1 0 from denominator. Okay, 1 0 from numerator, 1 0 from denominator. 2 zeros, third 0, fourth 0. Okay, now you don't have one more 0 in denominator, so you cannot cut the 0 in numerator, that is pending. Okay, so this becomes 5 4s are 20. Okay, so n equal to 4 years is correct answer. Okay, so yesterday we learned, not yesterday, in the earlier class, we learned about simple interest. We learned rate of interest and yes, this is what we learned. Rate of interest, what is simple interest? Simple interest is same every year, right? We took example of Sham borrowing from Ram. Okay, here we also derived the formula of simple interest, principal into rate into number of years upon 100. Okay, this is formula for simple interest. Now today we are going to learn about compound interest. Okay, let's consider the same example. Sham wants to borrow certain amount, that is say 1000 rupees from Ram for 3 years. Okay, now as usual, Ram wants some benefit out of it. He'll not give 1000 rupees just like that, right? So he says, on one condition, I'll give you 1000 rupees for 3 years. Condition is Sham has to pay rupees 10 per year interest on every rupees 100 borrowed, compounded annually. What does it mean by compounded annually? Okay, earlier he had put just this much condition. He said, okay, you will have to give me 10 rupees for every 100 rupees that I give you. Now he is giving 100 rupees, that is 1000 rupees, right? So for 1 year, Sham will have to give interest of 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10. So 10 tenths, that is 100 rupees interest Sham will have to give to Ram. That was simple interest. But what does Ram say now? He says, you have to give me this interest compounded annually. Now let's see what does he mean by that? He says, okay, for the first year, you give me interest as 100 rupees. Okay, but are you giving me interest 100 rupees? You are still keeping it with you. You have not given me 100 rupees. If I would have given you 1000 rupees for 1 year only, in 1 year itself, you would have given me 1100 rupees. You are not returning me back any of my money, right? This means I am actually, for the second year, I'm actually giving you 1100 rupees, 1100 rupees. Is everybody able to understand this, what I'm saying?
Ma'am, can you explain it again?
Yes, I'll explain it again. Okay, see, earlier what happened? For the first year, we considered that Sham will give 100 rupees interest, right? When calculating it for second year, again we consider that, okay, Ram is giving him 10 hundreds and Sham will have to pay interest 10 tenths, that is 100 rupees for second year also, right? Check it for simple interest. Here, we calculated simple interest for second year as 100 only, right? For second year also, he had to pay 100 rupees. But when he says that I want interest compounded annually, which means what he says, okay, Sham, I'm giving you this money for 3 years. I'm not giving it to you for 1 year or 2 years, right? So after 1 year, my money should have become 1100. If you would have given me 1100 back up in first year itself, I would have given this 1100 as loan to someone else, say Ram, Sham, and what? Tell me some name. Let's consider Raju. Okay. Ram would say, I would have given this much amount, this 1100 rupees to Raju as 10% interest with the 10% rate of interest. If Ram would have given this amount to Raju with 10% rate of interest, he would have got 110 rupees as interest. Now, did you understand this? Ayush, did you
Yes,
understand
ma'am.
this? Soham, Khadija, Shriya, did you understand this?
Yes, ma'am.
Understood.
Yes, ma'am.
Who else?
Yes.
Is here? Raj? Okay. So what does he say? Now you have to consider principal as 1100 and not as 1000. Okay. So for second year, amount becomes principal. This becomes principal. Now you have to calculate the interest on 1100 instead of 1000 rupees for the second year. Okay. So second year interest that Sham will have to pay is 110 rupees. Now, how much amount Sham needs to give to Ram? Earlier 1100, this one, plus this interest, 110 rupees. So it is
1,310.
10. Yes, 1,210 rupees. Now Ram says, okay, now my principal is 1,210 because this is my money. This interest is also my money. So consider this as principal and now consider that I have given you, lent you this money again for 1 year and now calculate interest based on this money, not on 1,000 rupees or 1,100 rupees. Okay. So for third year, again, this amount becomes principal and this is principal. Now again, third year, we have to calculate using same rate of interest, but principal this time changes to 1210 and interest comes as 121 rupees. Okay. The amount, total amount that Sham has to pay to Ram at the end of 3 years will be this plus this last year interest, that is 121, and total amount will be 1,331. Okay, this is the amount that Sham has to pay to Ram. Okay, total interest here is 331. In earlier case, in case of simple interest, it was 300 only. 100 rupees first year, 100 rupees second year, 100 rupees third year. So all 3 years he had to pay same interest. Here interest changes as the amount, that is this one, principal changes, amount changes, principal changes. Okay, did everyone understand this?
Ma'am, can you explain why are they adding how did 110 come, means 1,000 plus 110?
Okay, see Khadija, I had explained you yesterday the example of home loan. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Yes. So when I return money, okay, why bank was giving me money for so many years? Because while returning, I was giving some extra money, that is interest. I was returning the principal along with interest, right?
Yes.
So that is called as amount,
Yes.
right? That is called as amount. So that amount goes to bank.
Yes.
After end of 20 years, what if I say, okay, please give me 5 more years? What would bank say? No, you should have given me this right away, because if I would have got, say, like here in this case, earlier, if Sham would have said, okay, I want it just for 1 year, then Ram was expecting 1,100 rupees at the end of 1 year, right?
Yes.
Instead of that, Sham says, okay, no, please give me 1 more year. I'll give you with the same rate of interest. I'll give you 1 more 100 rupees. Okay.
Okay.
That way, Ram would have earned only 1,200 because 100 plus 100. For 2 years, he would have earned 200 rupees, right?
Yes.
But here, what does Ram say? Okay, I cannot extend it by 1 more year. Why? Because Raju is asking me for 1100 rupees with the same rate of interest, that is 10 rupees per 100, 10% per annum. But 10% of 1100 would be how much? 110.
Yes.
In which deal do you think Ram would have got better money? Of course, one with Raju, right?
Yes.
Because with Sham, he was getting only 100 rupees per year with simple interest.
Yes.
Then Sham says, okay, no, don't give it to Raju. Okay, I'll give you interest on this 1100 only, not on 1000. Now, did you
Okay.
understand it?
Yes. Yes. So instead of 110, any number can be there.
No, not any number. See, it depends on what is principal here. Let me explain it to you in the next slide. There isn't much space here. Okay, let me explain to you. Here, 1000 rupees. See, and for the first year, we calculated interest. We can use this PNR upon 100. Okay, P into N into R upon 100. Let's calculate interest for first year. Okay, principal here is 1000 rupees. N is 1 year, and rate of interest is how much? 10 upon 100. Right, Khadija?
Yes. Yes.
Can we cut these 2 zeros and 2 zeros from here?
Yes.
Yes. How much do we get? 100 rupees.
100.
This was for first year. Okay.
Hmm.
Now I said the money that Sham should have returned after 1 year would be 1000 plus 100. That is
1000 plus 100 is
1100.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So Sham should have returned 1100 to Ram in 1 year time. Right.
Yes.
Now Ram wanted to lend this 1100 to who? Raju. If he would have lent this 1100 to Raju with the same rate of interest for 1 year, we can calculate interest again. P into N into R was 10 upon 100. Okay. Can we cut 2 zeros here? Yes,
Yes.
we can. And 11 tens are, this gives me
11 tens are
110.
110.
So he would have got 110 rupees as interest instead of 100 rupees from Sham.
Yes.
Right?
He's benefiting from Raju.
Yes, he's benefiting from Raju because Raju is considering principal as 1100, not 1000 rupees. And in case of Sham, Sham was taking it for 2 years, but he was still considering principal as 1000 rupees.
Yes.
Understood now?
Yes.
Why it is 110?
Yes.
So at the end of 2 years, Sham says, okay, fine, I'll consider principal as 1100. Please give me for another year because I need money. And
Okay.
you please give it to me. So,
And then if we add 100, it will become 210.
yes. So total interest Sham should give at the end of 2 years is 210, which means he should return 1000 plus 210, that is 1210.
Okay. Understood. Yes.
Again, at the end of 2 years, he says, okay, I cannot return you 1210 rupees. Please give me another year. Ram still says, if I would have given this amount to Raju, I would have gained 121 rupees as interest. How do we get 121? Using this same formula, but instead of this principal now that should be considered is 1210. Got
Okay.
it? Got it,
Yes.
Khadija?
Yes.
Yes. Shriya, Somam, Ayush, did you understand this? Sriraj?
Yes, I have
Yes, ma'am.
understood.
Okay.
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay. Any doubts? Any confusion? Okay. So that is how compound interest is calculated. Here it was easy. We considered 1,000 rupees as loan or the money that is borrowed or lent by Ram. But in certain cases, it could be, and it was just for years. So we could calculate it like this. But what if the number of years is more? It's better to use the formula. Here is formula for compound interest. Okay, it's easy to. Why do we want to calculate it for every year? Every year, how much is compound interest? How much is compound interest? No, we want to find out compound interest at the end of the tenure. Tenure means period, the number of years. At the end of number of years for which money has been borrowed or lent. Okay. So for that, compound interest formula is compound interest equal to P, that is principal, into bracket 1 plus R upon 100. R is rate of interest and upon 100 and raised to n. Raised to n means that is power. We have learned this in exponents. I've just given you idea of
Yes.
exponents, right? So n is number of years and minus P. This is formula for compound interest. Okay. Remember, interest you pay every year changes according to the change in amount and hence principal. This compound interest changes every year. In case of simple interest, it was same everywhere, every year. 100, 100, 100. Simple interest was same every year. Compound interest changes every year. It goes on increasing. Okay? Okay? Yes, Shriya?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this is formula for compound interest. And as we know, what is formula for amount? Amount is money that borrower gives back to the lender, right? What does borrower give back to the lender? Principal plus whatever interest, either simple interest or compound interest. Okay, it depends on what conditions lender has put. If lender says you have to give me compound interest, then amount will be principal plus compound interest. If lender says okay, you have to give me simple interest, then it will be P plus SI. Okay, yes, we know that amount is principal plus compound interest. Now I am putting value of this compound interest here. This is value of compound interest, so I can write A equal to P plus this compound interest value.
Ma'am,
Okay, huh?
can you repeat again?
Okay, yes. See, this is formula for compound interest. You have to memorize it, okay?
Yes.
Understood this part?
Yes.
Now, we already discussed what is amount. Amount is something that lender gets at the end of period. Okay?
Period. Yes.
So, what does lender get? He gets principal plus whatever interest is there. Okay? If lender would have said okay, lender would have put the condition okay, you can give me simple interest only, no need of compound interest, then amount that lender would have got is principal plus simple interest. If lender would have put the condition no, I want compound interest only, then borrower would have had to give principal plus compound interest. It's basically amount is
Okay.
always equal to principal plus interest.
Principal plus compound.
Compound interest, yes. It's always principal plus interest. This interest, which interest to take, it depends on what is the condition by lender. If lender
Lender.
says compound interest, then it will be P plus CI. If lender says simple interest, it will be P plus SI. Now understood?
Yes. Yes,
Yes?
ma'am. Thank you.
No problem. Okay. Now we know formula for compound interest, right? It's here.
Yes.
So shall we put value of this compound interest in this formula? if we put it here in this formula, A will be equal to this P plus compound interest. This one in the red, this is formula for compound interest. The one I have marked in red. Okay. Is it same? This one and this one? Yes.
Yes.
Now, why I have done that? Let's see. This makes my formula for amount simpler. I don't have to calculate compound interest every time to find the amount. If I know principal and rate and number of years, I can calculate amount directly. How? Here P plus this term minus P. It's like 2 plus 5 minus 2. Right? Can I cut these twos? Can I say that my answer is 5? Yes, right? We have learned this in integers, right? So this will be P minus P. I'll cut these P's. And what do I get? Here, formula for amount. Okay? Now, did you understand this? So,
Yes, ma'am.
Khadija, Shriya, Ayush, Shriraj.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So you have to remember formulas for simple interest. Then this formula for amount. This formula for compound interest. And this formula for amount. 4 formulas you have to remember. In case of simple interest, it is always amount. You can always calculate amount equal to P plus SI. In case of compound interest, you can apply this or this. This way, you don't need to calculate compound interest. You can directly get amount based on all values of principal, rate, and number of years. Okay. Now, I want you, all of you, to write down these formulae. Do you have this formula? Have you written?
Yes, ma'am, I have written.
Okay, have you written formula for simple interest?
Yes, ma'am.
SI equal to?
Ma'am, I have written everything.
Okay, that's good. SI equal to PNR upon 100. In case of simple interest, amount equal to principal plus simple interest. Then write formula for compound interest. Write formula for amount with compound interest, and write formula for amount without compound interest. Let me know once you are done writing.
And period is the same as number of years, right?
Yes, yes, yes. Period is same as number of years. Period is period for which borrower takes money, borrows money. Let me know once done. Ayush, are you done? Did you write this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Khadija?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Shriya, Shriraj, Soham, did you write this?
Yes, ma'am, I have. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am, I have.
Okay. Shriraj, did you write formula?
I have wrote it.
Okay.
Ma'am, I wrote it.
Okay. All right. Let's move. Let's solve few examples. Okay. Here, find compound interest for ₹3,000 at the rate of 10% per annum in 2 years. What they have given us? Principal is given, that is ₹3,000. rate is given, that is 10%, and number of years is given 2 years. What do we need to find out? Compound interest. I have already written compound interest formula here. Okay, let's find out compound interest. CI equal to P. What is P? 3000 into 1 plus what is R? 10% per annum. 10 upon
Yes.
100
10.
and raised to n means number of years is 2. Minus P. What is P? Again 3000 rupees.
Yes.
Okay. Everyone try to solve this. Okay. This gives me
Yes, ma'am.
3000. Can I write this 10 upon 1 plus instead of 10 upon 100? Can I write? Oh, can I write this as 1 upon 10? I'll reduce it to the lowest form.
Yes.
Yes. And raised to 2 minus 3000 again. Now this gives me, I'll still keep this 3000 as it is and I'll solve this bracket now. This here I find out LCM as 10. Now 1 into 10, 10 plus 1. Let me know if you have not understood this addition.
Ma'am, here we can, means in second step, we can also write 10 upon 100.
Yes, here. Are you asking me here?
Yes, ma'am.
We can write 10 upon 100. Yes, that's fine. But we will try to simplify it because if you see here, we have to find out square.
Yes,
Smaller the
ma'am.
number, it is easier to calculate the square, right? Bigger the number, it's not difficult, but yes, you might
Yes.
time.
Okay.
That's why we have reduced it to lowest form. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Now this becomes 3000 into 10 plus 1 is 11 upon 10 raised to 2 minus 3000. Okay. Now this is again 3000. 11 upon 10 raised to 2. This means you have to find out square of numerator as well as denominator. What is square of 11? It is 121. Square of 10?
121.
Square of 10? 100. Okay. In our class for squares and square roots, I told you to remember all, learn all the squares by heart up to at least up to 25, but it's better to do it up to 30. Okay. So that these calculations would be faster for you. Okay. 11 upon 2, why when we have to find out square of any fraction, 11 upon 10 whole square, what does this mean? This means 11 upon 10 multiplied by 11 upon 10, and when we do multiplication of fractions, we multiply numerator by numerator, denominator by denominator. Okay,
Denominator.
that means 11 into 11 upon 10 into 10, which is same as 121 into 100. Okay.
And 100.
Yes, and minus 3000. Okay. This gives me 3000 multiplied by 121 upon 100 minus 3000. Okay. I'm actually multiplying this and this fraction, which means I'm multiplying. This is same as 3000 upon 1, right? And as I said, when we multiply fractions, we multiply numerator by numerator, denominator by denominator. Okay. So 3000 into 121 upon 100. 1 into 100 is 100. Now, can I cut these zeros, 2 zeros here? Yes?
Yes.
Now, 121 into 30. 121 into, I'll do 121 into 3 and then I'll put 1 0 here. Okay? 3 1s are 3, 3 2s are 6, 3 1s are 3. So this is 121 into 3 minus 3000. This gives me 630 rupees.
Type means these sums are type of same like an integer sums.
Yes, kind of. Integers, the concept of integers you will use everywhere. You will use it in such type of sums. You will use it in algebra also. Okay. Now
Okay.
you have to learn integers really well so that it will be useful for you for all the classes here onwards.
Okay.
Okay. Let me know if you are done writing this.
Yes, ma'am.
Make
I
sure
have.
that you follow all the steps. Okay. So that if you see it later, you will be able to understand it better. Or it was rhyming later better. Done writing?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes,
Tarika?
ma'am. Yes.
Okay. Soham, Shriraj?
Yes, done writing.
Okay. Let's do next example. Okay. Why does this happen all the time? Okay, second question. At what rate rupees 4,000 amount to rupees 4410 by compound interest in 2 years? Okay, what does this question mean? They have given us principal, the money amount to 4410, which means they have given us amount, principal and amount, and they have given us number of years also. What they are asking? They are asking us rate of interest. Okay. Now, Soham, can you tell me how to solve this?
Yes.
Hmm.
So we will first put all the numbers in the order. So
Yes.
it will be 4,000 into bracket open 1
Wait,
plus.
P equal to 4,000. I've written these values here purposefully so that when you solve these such type of questions, you will also write them like this. Okay. First, we have to collect all the data. We have to gather all the data that is given, and based on that, we can always find out what is asked. Okay. Number of years n is equal to 2. The rate is something that we need to find out. Did they give us compound interest? They have not given it directly, but indirectly,
No, ma'am.
yes, they have given us it indirectly. How can we
Yes.
find out compound interest? Yes.
4410.
Nah. Soham, yes, tell me.
Yes, yes.
Hmm.
So our compound interest is 410.
Correct. Compound interest is 410. How did we find it out? Amount minus principal, right?
Yes.
This was compound interest. Now, we can put all values here in this formula and find out rate of interest because everything else we know. Right? Yes, Soham, tell me.
I'll solve it first, okay?
Okay. $410 equal to, I'll just write down values in the formula 4,000 into 1 plus
1 plus r
r
upon
upon 100
100.
raised to 2 minus
Yes.
4,000.
Yes.
Okay. Now here I have two terms in this expression, 4,000 and this term. What I'll do, I'll move this minus 4,000 to the left hand side. I'll transpose it to the left hand side, which will give me 410. Here I'm subtracting 4,000. Here I'll have to add 4,000, which will be equal to 4000 multiplied by 1 plus r upon 100 square. Yes, did everyone understand up to this step?
Yes.
Now how much is 4000 plus 410? 4410
4410.
equal to 4000 into same thing 1 plus r upon 100 square. Now here we are multiplying this 4000 by this. So we will bring 4000 to the left hand side. 4410 upon 4000 is equal to 1 plus r upon 100 square. Can I cut zeros from here? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
This gives me, let me write it here, okay? This gives me 441 upon 400 is equal to 1 plus r upon 100
100.
square. This means this is a square number of this, right? It's like writing 2 square 4 equal to 2 square. Okay, or say instead of 9 equal to x square. What is x? X will be square root of 9, right? X will be square root of 9. So I have to find
9.
out square root of this, which means I have to find out which numbers
Ma'am,
have
can I
the-
tell, ma'am,
Yes.
can I tell the square root? Ma'am, for 441, it's 21,
Absolutely
and
right.
and 20 is 20 is square root for 400.
400, correct. Absolutely right, Shriya. So 21 upon 20 is 1 plus r upon 100. Now I have removed square from here. It is 1 plus r upon 100 is 21 upon 20. Yes?
Yes.
So
Yes, ma'am.
21 upon 20. Now here, this is, I can write it without bracket 1 plus r upon 100. Here I am adding 1 to r upon 100. If I bring it to the left side, it will be subtracted. 21 upon 20 minus 1 equal to r upon 100. So this will become 21 minus 20 upon 20. Try this.
Midahu, I have got the answer.
Okay. This subtraction, let me show you. This one can be written as 1 upon 1. We will find out LCM 20. This is 21 minus. Here 1
Ma'am, I
upon
have
1
also
will
got
become
the
20 upon
answer.
20 equal to r upon 100. So 1 upon 20 is equal to r upon 100. Now
100.
find the equivalent fraction, find the value which needs to be multiplied. 1 upon 20 is equal to r upon 100. You can either transpose 100 on the left hand side and multiply by 100, or you can simply find out equivalent fraction. 1 upon 20, 1 into 5 upon 20 into 5 is equal to r upon 100. This gives me 5 upon 100 equal to r upon 100, which means r is equal to how much?
5.
5.
So,
These-
ma'am,
yes,
our answer means so rate of interest will be 5.
yes, 5% per annum. Okay.
Yes.
Yes, okay. Did everyone understand this? Khadija, Ayush?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, next question. Let's do this question on your own and tell me answer. Let's see who can find it out quickly. Principal is 80,000. Number of years is 3. Rate of interest is 5. We are asked compound interest. We already have the formula. Let me know once you find it out. If you have
I
any
got the
doubts,
answer.
okay. If you have any doubts, you can always ask me.
Ma'am, since there is no sign between P and the bracket, will there be multiplication?
Yes, it is multiplication.
Okay, ma'am.
Ayush, Shriya, Kharija, Sriraj, did you get the answer?
Yes, ma'am. Just 1 minute.
Okay, let me show the working. Okay, we are running out of time. Okay, I'll show you the working. Here, put all values in the formula. Compound interest equal to. So what answer did you get?
My answer is 8,200.
Okay, let's check it. Okay, principal 80,000 multiplied by 1 plus rate is 5 upon 100 raised to 3. Here number of years is 3 minus 80,000. Okay. Now 80,000. Remember, if there is no sign between a bracket and a number, it is always multiplication. Okay. Now can we reduce 5 upon 100 to something else, some lower fraction? Shriya, Khadija, tell me, can we reduce it to lower fraction?
Yes, ma'am. We
Yeah.
can reduce it to
Ma'am,
1 upon
actually, I
20.
can't see your screen.
You're not able to see my screen? Is everyone able
No,
to
ma'am.
see the screen?
Ma'am, I can see. And ma'am, if we reduce it, it will be 1 upon 20.
Yes, it will be 1 upon 20. Shriya, everyone else is able to see the screen. Check it once on your end. Okay. 1 plus 1 upon 20. Yes, we have reduced it to 1 upon 20 minus 80,000. Now, since there is very less space, I'll write it here only. Okay. This gives me 80,000 multiplied by 1 plus 1 upon 20. Now, this 1 should be considered as 1 upon 1. We will make denominator same, that is 20. So here I should multiply by 20. 20 into 1, 20 plus 1 and cube minus 80,000. Again, this gives me 80,000 multiplied by 21 upon 20 cube minus 80,000 equal to 80,000 multiplied by, now what is 21 cube? Did everyone find it out? We know 21 square from last example, right? It was 441. So 441 into 21. 21 cube means 21 into 21 into 21, right? So I'll do this 21, 441. I know this multiplication. So I'll just multiply 441 by 21 to get
Ma'am,
the
is
cube.
it 9,261?
Yes, I think it is correct. 21 ones are 21. Carry 2. 21 fours are 84 plus 2, 86. Again, 21 fours are 84 plus 8, 992. That's right, 9,261. This is 9,261 upon 20 cube. What was 20 square? It was 400, right? It was 400. 400 into 20. 400 into 20 is pretty simple. 4 to 8. And how many number of zeros? 3. 2 for 400 and 1 for 20. Minus 8,000. So check your answer once.
Okay.
This gives me how much? 80,000 multiplied by, now I'm going to remove the bracket. It is 9261 upon 8,000 minus 80,000. Now can I cut these 3 zeros from here?
Oh,
Yes.
Shweta,
Ah.
I did 21 by 20 square instead of 21 by 20
Instead
cube.
of cube. Yes, I thought so. Okay. Now here there is 80. Here at denominator it is 8. I'll cut this 8. 8 ones are 8. 8 tens are 80. Okay. Now I need to multiply this 10 and 9 to 61. This will give me 92,610, right? I'm just multiplying this number by 10, which means I'm just putting 1 0 after that number. Minus 80,000. How much is this? This will be 12,610 rupees. And this is our compound interest. Did everyone understand this?
Yes.
Ayush, did you understand this? Oh, why?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Shreya? Shreya, now are you able to view the screen?
Yes, ma'am. Now I can view.
Okay. Did you understand this example?
Answer, and I have also got the same answer.
Okay, that's
610.
okay. That's good. Very good. Khadija, did you understand it now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. That's good.
Ma'am, I have also done the same steps.
That's good. Okay, is everyone done writing? Is everyone done writing?
Yes, ma'am.
yes.
Okay, Ayush, Soham?
Yes,
Srikanth?
ma'am.
Yes, done writing.
Okay. Next example. We'll do this example and then we will take the homework, okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. This is simple. It's 2 years, so it's going to be square, okay? So When you want to find out compound interest, always look at number of years so that you will know what power is there. Okay. Okay. At what rate rupees 12,500 will amount to?
Ma'am, again we have to solve this.
Same way. Yes, we have to solve this same way as earlier question. It was same, exactly same. Okay. This is 12,000.
Ma'am, I want to ask that means we have to solve and then tell the answer.
I think we will solve it together. I'm going to give you two sums for homework. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
12,500. Number of years is 2. We want to find out the rate of interest. This is similar to our example number 2, I think. Here we found out rate of interest. They had given us amount and principal and number of years.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Number of years is 2. Compound interest, we do not know directly, but indirectly we do because we are given.
Ma'am, but ma'am, in last sum I was little bit confused.
Oh, this sum, the third one.
Yes. Here we have to found the compound interest. So I was little bit confused.
Confused. Okay, we simply put all the values in the formula, nothing else. Okay. Here, see, look at the formula. We know P, we know R, we know N, we know P, right? So we just have to calculate. We have to write all the values and we just have to calculate it. If you want, you can write it down these steps and let me know if you have not understood any of the steps.
Ma'am, I was confused in this step, like 800 into 9261 minus.
This
From
one.
this
Okay, here
I was
this one.
confused. Yes.
This one. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Let me tell you. Okay. See, in case of fractions, when we multiply two fractions, say for example, let me take it on the board. Okay. So in case of fractions, if I have to say 2 by 3 multiplied by 4 upon 5. Okay. In this case, what I can write 2 into 4 and 3 into 5. In case of fractions, when you multiply two fractions, you have to multiply numerator by numerator, denominator by denominator. This gives me 8 upon 15. Okay. In our question, it was 80,000 into 9261 upon 8,000. Okay. So it is 80,000 in bracket 9261 upon 8,000. Right? It is like this.
Okay.
See, when there is no sign between a number and a bracket, it is considered as multiplication. Okay. This means it is 80,000 multiplied by 9261 upon 8,000.
Okay, okay, ma'am.
Now-
Ma'am, I was confused that why it is 9261. Now I am clear.
Okay. Okay. Still, let me explain this once. Okay. So this we can consider, this 80,000 can be considered as 80,000 upon 1 multiplied by 9261 upon 8,000. Okay. Now we will multiply the similar way we did it for two fractions, 2 upon 3 and multiplied by 4 upon 5. Same thing. This gives me 80,000 multiplied by 9261 upon 8,000. Why 8,000? Because 1 into 8,000 is going to be 8,000 only.
Yes.
Yes. Now here,
Yes.
if there are number of zeros, I can cut 1 0 for each 1 0 in denominator. Okay, 1 0 from numerator, 1 0 from denominator. Another pair of zeros and last pair of zeros. Yes. Now here, what do I have? Here I have 8 and here
Means
I have.
we have. Yeah, ma'am. Here we have 8 and here we have 280. First, we have to means we have 8 tens are so 8 ones are and 8 tens are, so we have to multiply 9261 into 10.
Correct. Yes. Now understood
Okay,
everything? Any
Yes,
confusion?
ma'am. No, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
No problem. Okay. This question, fourth question. At what rate 12,500 will amount to 13,520 by compound interest in 2 years? Now we do not know compound interest directly, but indirectly they have given us compound interest. How? They have given us amount and principal. So amount minus principal would be compound interest, right? Amount is the all the money that we give to the lender. Principal is the one which he had given us. So interest would obviously be total money minus principal, which is how much? How much is it? 13,520 minus 12,500, which is 1,020, right? 1020. We have also learned formula for amount when it is compound interest. It is just this much. If you learn formula for compound interest completely, you will know formula for amount also. Just the first part of compound interest formula is amount. P into 1 plus R upon 100 raised to N. This is formula
N.
for amount. You
Amount.
don't even need to go for compound interest. If you want to find out rate directly, do we need to find out compound interest? No, we have already found it out, but no need of it. Okay. Amount equal to, amount is 13,520 equal to, P is how much? 12,500 multiplied by 1 plus, we don't know R, that is what we will need to find out.
100.
Raised to N means square.
2.
Yes.
Square.
Here we are multiplying this by this. So if we want to transpose 12,500 on the left side, what do we need to do? Khadija, what do we need to do? We need to divide by 12,500. Why? Because here it is in multiplication. We are moving it to
Ma'am,
the
we
left
can
hand
cut
side.
1 0 from that.
Yes, we can cut 1 0 from that. 1 plus R upon 100 square. We can cut 1 0 from this. Can we further reduce it? Because here there is square and I don't see these are square numbers. Why? How can I say this for sure that these are not square numbers? Who can tell me? Soham, tell me why these are not square numbers. The numbers on the left side.
The numbers on the left side are not square numbers because they end with,
First number ends with 2.
it ends with 2. No number
Ma'am,
can end.
Huh?
Because the number when ends means the number when ends with 2 means when 3 and that ends like the number 3 that like that numbers end with and the like that these then these are not square numbers.
Correct. If numbers are ending with 2, 3,
3
7, 8, those are not square numbers.
square number.
Okay. So this is not square number. Even this 1250 is not square number because if number is ending with 0, it has to be in pairs. It should have 2 zeros or 4 zeros or 6 zeros. Okay. So both numbers are not square numbers. We need to reduce that fraction further. Can we divide it by 2? Yes, we can because both are even numbers. Let's divide 1352 by 2. 2 6 are 12. 1 remainder 5. 2 7 are 14. And 1 2, that is 2 6 are 12 again. Here if I divide this by 2, I get 625. So 676 upon 625 equal to 1 plus R upon 100 square. Now tell me
Now
whether
ma'am,
these are square numbers.
Yes, ma'am.
They are square numbers.
625 is the 625 is square root of 25, square of 25.
Square of 25. And how about 676?
Ma'am,
Ayush. Ayush, do you know what is square root of 676? Khadija?
It is 26.
Yes, it is 26.
yes.
Square
Only
of
si-
26 is 676. Okay.
Ma'am,
we
we
can-
Only
can.
the numbers ending with 6 can have the square
Yes,
units plus 6.
yes. Numbers ending with square numbers ending with 6 will always have square
And
root ending
ma'am,
with
there
6.
and ma'am, the 625 is square of 25. So after 26 means there is means I
Very
want to say
close.
ki, yeah, it's very close.
Oh, yes, that's right. And so it's not only numbers ending with 6, it's number ending with 4 will also have squares ending with 6, right?
6.
Oh
Very
yeah,
good.
sorry.
576. Okay. So here I can say 26 upon 25 equal to 1 plus r upon 100. Right? I will remove these squares. So 26 upon 25 is equal to 1 plus r upon 100. I'll move this one on the left side. So I'll subtract 1. 26 upon 25 minus 1 equal to r upon 100. This gives me, where should I write down? This gives me 1 upon 25. Okay. This 25 into 1 is 25. 26 minus 25 is 1. 1 upon 25 is equal to r upon 100. Now find the equivalent fraction. 25 multiplied by 4 gives me 100. So 1 multiplied by 4 will give me r. What will be value of r? R will be
4.
4% per annum.
Yes.
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 Did everyone understand this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Ayush, Khadija, Soham, Sriraj, did you understand this?
Yes, understood.
Okay. Ayush, did you understand this? Any doubts?
Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Did you write down the example and answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Khadija, did you write it down? Yes, Khadija, did you write it down? I couldn't hear you. Okay. I hope you are done. If not,
Yes, ma'am.
okay. If not, let me know. Okay. Now write this down for homework. This is one example. And
2 sums are there for the homework.
yes. Yes, 2 sums for the homework. 5th and 6th one.
Okay, ma'am.
A man borrowed rupees 4,500 at the rate of 10% per annum for 2 years. Find compound interest at the end of period.
In the
Yes. Yes, Ayush. Here, remember, borrowed amount is principal, rate of interest is given, number of years is given. Okay. You can easily find out compound interest. Let me show you next example. Now here, find the difference between simple interest and compound interest on rupees 6,000 for the period of 2 years at the rate of 10% per annum. Now here again, principal is given, number of years, that is n is given, and r is also given. All 3 things are given. But you have to find out difference between compound interest and simple interest. In case of Ram and Sham, we had simple interest 300 and compound interest 331. Difference would have been 331 minus 300, 31 rupees. Here you have to find out both compound interest and simple interest, and you have to subtract simple interest from compound interest. Okay.
Ma'am, done.
Done. Okay. Okay. If you are done, you can leave the class.
Ma'am, done.
Okay.
Bye. Ma'am.
Bye.
But ma'am, there are two sums, no?
Yes. First one I gave you, right?
Ma'am, I have not written. I have just written this one.
You just wrote this one. Okay. Did everyone else write this one? Ayush? Done writing this one?
Ma'am, no.
Did you say yes or no? I couldn't hear you.
No, ma'am.
Ma'am, can you show the first sum?
Yes. Soham, did you write this down?
No,
Okay. Wait.
I didn't write the sixth one.
Write down. Which
Oh.
one did you not write, Soham?
Ma'am, just can I take?
This one which is showing on the screen.
Ma'am,
Okay.
can I take the screenshot of last
Okay.
one? Then he can write.
Okay. Take the screenshot.
Yes, ma'am, done.
Okay. Let me know once you are done. Are you able to understand all the problems, right? Able
Yes,
to
ma'am.
understand the topics? Okay. If you are done writing, you can leave the meeting.
I have found both the answers.
Okay, I knew you were finding out the answers. You would not take so much time to write the question.
Ma'am,
Yes.
I am also done.
Okay, Shreya. Okay, you can leave the meeting. Ayush, done writing the
Bye,
homework?
ma'am.
Bye.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye.